Welcome everybody to Kayfabe Critics. I am your host, Michael Marcangelo, joined alongside by my guy, my favorite tag team partner, Hollywood Rayshawn Buchanan. It's WrestleMania season. I can't believe this is our 5th WrestleMania show that we're talking about. WrestleMania 41 emanates from Las Vegas, Nevada on Saturday and Sunday. So Ray, first off, how are you? Second off, are you going?
Man, I'm good. No, I'm actually not going this year.
Wow.
Well, the reason why, and many fans will resonate with this, what I'm about to say, because a lot of them are in the same category as me. The want is there, the desire is there. Obviously, WWE is on fire right now as we speak. It's very, very reminiscent of when we were, kids watching the same product. But they are pricing out who are the hardcore fans. So there's a lot of casual, fans that are going to these events, but because they are maybe, well off financially, they're able to go to the event. And once again, that's cool. They're going to get a chance to experience it, see how it is firsthand, get a chance to, see Cena in his final Mania. There's a lot of stuff that's going to go well. We'll speak about that as we get into the card. But I do know the next year is in New Orleans. I was there for 34 when it was in New Orleans. When Daniel Bryan came back, like that was like that crowd
Shane?
unglued, as Michael Cole would say. So I plan to be there for that. But yeah, like this year it was just priced out, and so I will be watching from home for the most part. So
Well, home's not a bad place to watch it from, right? Because you can, get whatever you want. You can put yourself. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put myself up a nice bucket of extra crispy KFC. Watch my night one. Celebrate the resurrection on Sunday, and watch my night two,
there you
which
go.
I know that you are as well.
Yeah.
So just a programming note, just so for everyone out there that knows, we are recording this on Wednesday, April 16th. So if anything does happen on Friday Night SmackDown, we are not able to comment on that. The one thing that I would just say, it sounds like it could be, is that Randy Orton would be added to a match. Obviously, with Kevin Owens having to be sidelined for a neck injury and neck surgery, he's going to be out for quite a bit of time. So, first question, Ray, when KO came out and cut that promo a couple weeks ago, did you think, no pun intended, that was kayfabe, or did you understand that it was real?
I mean, given his wrestling style, it wasn't a shock, but also with the angles they've done with him recently, I was very ready for it to be a work. Like I was ready.
Yep.
I was ready for them to shoot their way into an angle, and I wish I'd have been here for it. I thought it was gonna be Mark Henry-esque. I got a lot left in the tank. Like, what I'm saying?
Right.
I was hoping for something like that. And who knows, maybe if he gets, I don't know if it's a neck fusion surgery he has to get, but he looked pretty despondent on Chris Van Vliet's show Insight.
Yep.
I might be dating myself. I don't know what's called Insight anymore, but well, that's how we're big fans. But
Yeah, it's a great show. So whatever it's called.
So he looked pretty out of it. Excuse me. Yeah. So I hope that he has a speedy recovery. I think that he is one of the best in the business. Like, he never has a bad match, in my opinion, and he always knows how to get the other guy over. Always.
Yeah.
And I think you might have brought this up before. I don't know if it might have been somebody else, but it's our show, so I'm going to give you credit for it. I feel like you called him the modern day McFoley, because McFoley was the same way. Anybody he was in the ring with, he got over. So whether it was Rock, Taker, Hunter, who Hunter's one of his best rivals was with the Three Faces of Foley. Like he just knew how to get the other guy over. People still talk about Royal Rumble 2000. People still talk about King of the Ring in '98. Like he just got people over. So Kevin Owens reminds me of that. He's way more athletic than Mick was, obviously. That's not debatable. But he does everything else to get the talent over, and that's a lost art in this business, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, listen, 100%. I think the company and whatever pay-per-view is lesser than, because Kevin Owens cannot be on that. But obviously, the company's going to keep going. We went through times, if you were a fan back in 2000 when Austin was sidelined for pretty much that entire year. Turned out that was one of the best years in the company history.
Mhm.
My guy, Sean, was out for 4. So, I get it. So the whole goal is that Kevin Owens gets healthy, can come back. but most importantly, is healthy. So on this show, on this episode of Kayfabe Critics, we're not only going to talk about the build up to this WrestleMania, the card, to give our predictions, but then as a twist, because the IWC has been really running rampant as they usually do. Nothing's ever good enough for a good majority of the internet wrestling community.
Right.
They've been saying that like this doesn't feel like a WrestleMania. It's not going to be a good show.
Mm.
So that gave me the idea. Let's talk about our top 2 worst WrestleMania cards and our worst WrestleMania match that we've ever seen.
Gotcha.
So we'll do that at the end. But first, all right. So the road to WrestleMania, we have a couple different storylines, right? I think the most predominant storyline, obviously, is Cena versus Cody, which will be night 2. We'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Cena turning heel, one of the best things. You and Craig did an emergency podcast, which absolutely warranted, given that Cena turned heel for the first time ever. He started off as I guess he started off as a clean cut babyface. Went to the Vanilla Ice gimmick, but he never.
I don't even know.
He never turned back.
But I don't even know if he's well. And granted, just the guy I'm about to compare him to was kind of better from the jump. And I mean, as far as character wise, but like to me, he kind of reminds me of what Braun Breaker was. Like Braun Breaker to me right now is considered a tweener. Like he's not a heel, he's under face. He's just someone that was in the middle. So to me, that's what Cena was. He was a tweener. Yeah, like I said, the villainized character would be squared. Buchanan. Oh my god.
Yep.
I can't. Oh, the outfits, the Malibu's Most Wanted, Jesus, it was so bad. The outfits were crazy, but like he was super entertaining.
And he got to live all of our fantasies at the time back in 2003 when he got to smack Stephanie McMahon's ass. So on live television.
Right.
So
right.
in Manchester, New Hampshire, by the way.
Yeah.
So good for him. So obviously that's a predominant story. I would say the next one up is the triple threat. It's Roman, Seth, and Punk.
Yeah.
Punk is finally main eventing WrestleMania. I think that is one of those things that was a shoot that now they turned into a work, which is great. It's always been something that he wanted to do, a Paul Heyman thing. So just talk to me about, excluding those top 2 items. What would you say has been the best feud or storyline leading up to this WrestleMania?
I don't know if it's been the best feud, but I've been intrigued by her work. I'm excited to see this Naomi J Cargo match. This might be the best work that Naomi has done in her career. And like I said, she's had a few moments at WrestleMania. I remember her winning the Women's Championship, I think, at WrestleMania 33, which is my first one in Orlando. Like, so she's had some moments on the bigger stage, but what they've been able to do with that character twist for her, kind of doing the, like who attacked me, and we've seen the storyline before. So whether it was Shawn Michaels and Triple H, Big Cass and Enzo, I think like in 2016,
Triple H and Stone Cold,
Stone Cold, right? Yeah. So so we've seen it, right? And Naomi's cut some really good promos recently, right? Because sometimes you didn't really know what type of skill she had on the mic, but she's been awesome. I think that for them to make history too makes it more appealing too, because I think this is the first time. Well, no, it's not. Well, I mean, it was Sasha and Bianca main evented, but this is the first time they're doing it without a title, so that's pretty cool. Today we're able to make history in that regard. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I mean, you already know where else I'm going with, man of So listen, I don't want to give it to my take completely, but I'm ready for that match. I know, yes, we know IWC, it was on Saturday Night Main Event. We know, and we're gonna get into that later on. But Jey Uso does.
And by the way, it was great.
Yeah, it was awesome. Awesome match. He's coming into his own, and I'm excited for that as well. So like I said, there's a lot of matches that I think are gonna do, just fine. There's only one match that I'm kind of like, I don't know why this was on there. And I agree with the IWC on this one. We'll talk about that later on. But other than that, like I say, those are 2 that stick out to me outside of the main events.
All right, so let's get into the card here. So I'm going to try and do this the right way.
Yep.
We do know the 2 main events. So night 1, the main event is going to be the triple threat match with Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman in the corner of CM Punk.
Oh, right.
So we will talk about that last in terms of this segment. So in no particular order, what I hope opens the show, given that we know the main event, is going to be the World Heavyweight Championship match of Gunther versus Jey Uso. So Ray, talk to me about this match, because you were just giving me a little bit of insight. And ultimately, who do you think is going to win?
So I'm proud of you because we're on the same page with that. Because once again, we know how it goes. Either you want to open or you want to close. No one wants to be the second or third match. Even if you deliver, you still don't want to be that match because most times it gets forgotten about. Um, so you want to open. So hopefully they have that same mindset. They do that as well. For night one. Um, although once again, as a fan of main event Jey Uso, I would love for him to win it there, but it's not time yet. It's not. I think that Gunther still retains. I think what it does for Jay after that is that just like how it was Cody 2 years ago at 39, the redemption arc to get back to that again would have him white hot. Then you cash in new world champion main event Jey Uso, and then you let him skyrocket from there. That's how you build it. Kind of let him go crazy. Was going crazy on Gunther. He kind of adds a little different, not heelish. He doesn't have to be a heel, but just a little more of an aggressive Jey Uso going up to this next year, and then maybe who knows, maybe even maybe he gets the Royal Rumble back to back and say just to piss off the IWC, and then you give it to him next year, and then you go from there. So I think that to me would be a much cooler story. But trust me, there would not be a happier fan than yours truly if he hits the Usos splash. 1, 2, 3. It's just me who's like that crowd would go ballistic.
Yep.
So
No, listen, I agree. So I think that the arc of Jey Uso over the last 7 months has been undeniable.
mhm,
I think that if Vince was still running the show, Jey Uso would have never won the Royal Rumble.
mhm,
So it's a testament to the new creative vision of Triple H that
yeah,
this is happening. The one thing that I will say, not to join in on the IWC, I don't think they have portrayed Gunther as the champion that he is during this run up.
mhm,
Like it's been almost 50-50 booking for him
mhm,
since Saturday night's main event, and this guy is a fucking diamond in the rough.
yeah,
He should be treated as such. They should build him up to be a monster, and they've done a good job over the last 3 weeks, especially when Gunther beat up Jimmy, wiped
mhm,
his blood all over himself. Like that was perfect. I
yes,
think they did a great job. They've done a really good job of building it back up. But I think Jay wins. And the only reason I think that is because I think Cena's going to win too. And you can't have two heel champions. Oh, I mean, you could, but they typically don't.
yeah, yeah,
So
that's true.
so I think Allegiant Stadium is going to blow up. Hopefully, when this opens up first, with Jey Uso's music, he deserves it.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a run, and I'm really looking forward to that match.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, I mean, listen, this will be the third year in a row that I think Gunther has a great match. Once again, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus stole the show at 39. Like people can say,
stole the show.
stole the show. Like that was an amazing match for the IC title that he put on another
Him and Sammy last year.
Sammy last year, And it's funny because that crowd was 50-50 last year in Philly. I don't know if you could pick up on TV, but like people was like, oh yeah, Sammy, but people was like, nah, like Gunther should retain. So it was that was he knows how to get the response out of that. And obviously he had his run with Damian Priest. Like so, yeah, I just think that he's another one that like he knows how to make the other guy look good too. And he makes the other guy look good, but he gets all his stuff in too. So
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing that match. And like you said, I'm with you. It should be the opener. I agree. Should be the opener.
So now here comes a match that would normally be a throwaway, but because of the two people in it, I think it's going to be entertaining, and it's going to be it could steal the show if they give it enough time.
Mhm.
It's the Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano,
Mhm.
hailing from the Gulf of America, aka Chad Gable. Chad Gable, by the way, can get anything over, anything,
Mhm.
and he's proven it time and time again.
Yep.
So yeah, if they give them time, this could be an actual show stealer, don't you think?
So to me, it is disrespectful that this is the second match. Cause it should.
Well, I don't
Well,
know
I'm
that it
close.
is.
No,
It's just
I'm
the
saying
order
like
of bringing
if
it.
that was the case, like this is not a popcorn match. It's not.
Right.
It's not. I'm sorry. I told Gable when they came here for Raw a few months back. I told him, I said, dude, I said, you're one of the best in the business, bro. Like it's like that's not. I said, I'm not. Yes, I'm not tugging at the cape, bro. I said, but I said, you're the real deal, and he is. Um, they should give them. I feel like 10 to 12 minutes. I feel like I get it. I know it's a super long show. I get that, but yeah, Ray's earned this moment. Obviously, Chad Gable's
Yep.
earned this moment because he's another guy. I felt like that kind of he got white hot for a second, and they kind of went the other way, made it back to a heel. But he was getting over as a face. Listen, once again, that shush please went from something that that couldn't stand, which is why he's literally in real time becoming the modern day Kurt Angle. And went from the like shush please, like, and once again, the fans validated him by doing the "you suck." That's the term of endearment. It's not the.
Yep.
There's no way that the actual real wrestler fans believe that Chad Gable is not a phenomenon in that ring. He's amazing in that ring. So like you said, he gets anything over. Um, and yeah, that match would absolutely deliver. Whether it's a 5-minute match or a 15-minute match, I think they deliver. Chad should
It's so damn funny.
Chad should go.
Yeah,
Out.
100%.
Yeah, Chad should.
100% Chad should
What?
go over.
You should go. Yeah.
Like the El Grande Americano thing, if it wasn't him, would be so lame and stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's him, it's so damn funny.
Yep.
Like it's just, it is hysterical. Like everybody, it's like when Hulk was Mr. America back in 2003, right? Everybody knew it. Everybody fucking knew it.
Yep.
But it was like it still worked for a while.
Right.
And this is that. I think Ray's going to win. I hope Chad does.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Ray's going to win and obviously take the mask off in front of the crowd for the big pop. And I mean, I just love Chad
He's
Gable.
done.
No. I don't think Ray's going to take his mask off. I think he's going to take Chad Gable's mask off.
Got you. Okay. So I was saying,
Yeah.
I made it. I'm
Yeah.
like, I said, no, I feel like he was going to walk out. It'd have been against Dom. That'd have been the final match. He didn't said, okay, I'm done. But yeah,
100%.
good. Yeah.
Okay. Again, no particular order. This is the only other match besides the main event that is not a title match. It's Jade Cargill versus the Owen Hart inspired caution taped Naomi. So I know that you have high hopes for this match. The one thing I'm going to ask you is, do you think Naomi's good enough to carry Jade through this match? Because we do, she's greener than grass.
She is. I think I feel like they probably, just to protect Jade, they probably should have made this like an unsanctioned or like no holds barred, type match.
There aren't a lot of gimmick matches. Well, there's only one gimmick match.
Well,
actually,
right, but I'm saying like that.
entire card.
Been they could have went that route. Is what I'm saying. They should have went that route, especially if they didn't think that. And maybe who knows? Maybe what she's done in the PC or behind the scenes made them think that she's ready to have that match.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going to see, because once again, Naomi's been on that stage and she's won, several championships in WWE. So I think that she will deliver. Once again, the promo has been great. Once again, the build for it has been awesome. But yeah, I do think that I think they'll surprise some people. Once again, I don't think it's going to be a Dave Meltzer 5-star match. And I say that very, very petty. But I do think that I'm excited for the match. But like I said, I actually think that Jade goes over. She shouldn't, but I think that Jade.
she. Well, in this story, doesn't she have to? Unless Naomi cheats to win.
Right.
That's the only out.
Yeah. Which maybe if you want to build it up to sort of SummerSlam, or I do wonder if Bianca gets involved to an extent.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think that would add a nice little spice. It'd be actually they should have went the route that they did for SummerSlam with Punk and Drew. They should have made Bianca the special guest referee. I mean, I know that she's in the match, obviously, but I feel like if especially if they're on night 2, you could have made her the special guest referee for night 1. It's not like she'd have been taking any bumps. She just would have been in the ring.
And then ultimately, she would have to turn heel, right? She would have to.
Yes. Yep.
Right, but that's the winning ticket there.
Right, but I mean, but we're waiting on that though. Like her heel run in NXT was awesome. So let's do it.
Yep.
So
I'm with you. All right, so I also think that Jade's going to win.
Yep.
But Naomi should win, but she can't beat her clean.
Yeah.
If Naomi's gonna win, she has to cheat to win.
Yeah.
But that's the only out, because that will protect Jade.
What?
The United States Championship match.
Mm-hmm.
Your guy, L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
versus the Samoan werewolf, my guy Jacob Fatu, who I think you need to strap a effing rocket ship on this man,
Mhm.
and next year he should be main eventing WrestleMania. I think
Mhm.
his walkout promos have been great. His in ring work is amazing.
Mhm.
Last year, you and I were talking like at this very same time because it was AJ Styles versus LA Knight, and we were both saying like LA Knight needs to win. Like he needs to win because he hadn't had a significant victory
Right.
since the Battle Royal that they basically created for him at SummerSlam in Detroit.
So, but listen, I mean, I was there. Like that, like I said, I once again, there's been certain pop like Jey Uso's had that pop, like he had that same pop at SummerSlam that year. He's been white hot since then. I mean, with the crowd. So you're being random
Oh,
out there yelling LA Knight, yeah. Um, yeah, I'm excited for this though, but keep going.
so much different than last year. I think LA Knight needs to lose this match. I think we've seen like
Yeah.
he's a bona fide main eventer for sure.
Mhm.
Fatu needs a singles victory, and I mean, I just think the work that he's done. First of all, back up like and pause for a second. What they've done to Solo since he lost to Roman on the Raw premiere Netflix is borderline criminal. However, the
Mhm.
one thing that's come from that is you see the rise of Jacob Fatu, and the crowd loves him. I mean, they're all chanting Fatu.
Right. But I don't want to say this. It almost had to happen that way. And yes, I think Solo did an amazing job to carry it while Roman was out and everyone was moving different shows and we have Survivor Series. Great. I think he did an awesome job. He's not he's not a lead guy. He's not.
Not if he's next to
Yeah.
Jacob
Well,
Fatu. No, he's not.
it's fine.
Right.
Listen, like that, you know what I mean? Like that got over immediately. And not everyone's from
Mm-hmm.
the West Coast. So that got over immediately. And like once again, like I said, the walkout promo, now hit my music, father. So that's like one that needs to be added to his entrance. Like, like
Yep.
what are we doing, Hunter? Like that needs to be added to the entrance. He's super over. And yeah, I'm with you. As much as I enjoy LA Knight, not I enjoy his character. Um, he may need a little revamping right now too. It seems like it's kind of plateauing right now, which is okay because once again, he had his ascension the last couple of years, but you're not always in business for yourself. You're supposed to make the business better, and to make the business better in this regard, Jacob Fatu has to go over. So I'm with you, and your new United States champion, Jacob. Yeah, that's the Samoa. Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think the next match, which is being treated as a throwaway match, but I mean, I don't think in the ring, I think it's going to be really good. The World Tag Team Championship, the War Raiders taking on the New Day. I I do think that creative has dropped the ball a little bit with the New Day after that amazing turn with that Big E in the ring. But listen, uh, the War Raiders, they're not great on the stick, but once that bell rings, they deliver every single time. Those are two athletic big men that can work, and this should be a really good match. I personally hope that the New Day wins, but I won't be upset if with whatever happens. What about you?
So this is the match I was talking about when I was like the match I'm not because I feel like I've seen it on Raw the last four, like you know what I'm saying, like every other week I feel like I've seen it on Raw, right? Now I was there in December when they were doing the two shows at the same time because it was going to the holidays. The War Raiders are super over,
They are.
they were super over, and when I forget the it's not it's not LOD. I'll call it the Doomsday. It's not LOD, but the move that their finishing move looks similar to it. And when he hit that for the 1, 2, 3, and your new tag team champions, like that crowd in Boston went crazy. So I was like, oh, okay, like they clearly they have something here. I just feel like I've seen that 1,000 times on Raw. Um, but yeah, see, you're not wrong. They can go, meaning the War Raiders. obviously, we know what Kofi and Woods can do as well. But to your point about thinking that creator dropped the ball, the issue is, in my opinion, is you had to keep Big E a part of the story going forward after that. And
Right.
if he still wasn't cleared to take bumps, if he wasn't available to do promos, um, like that's where I think it lost his luster. So, but yeah, 'cause that was a big swerve. That was a big swerve when they switched up on him. But it was just like, well, where do you go from this? Because to me, he should have been involved in the match. Who knows? Maybe that's a WrestleMania surprise, and he gets added into it and causes them the championship. Like that. That would be awesome, right? Um, but once again, we don't know. Once again, Hunter has been the king of swerves since taking over fully. So who
Yes, he
knows?
has been.
So maybe we get that, but I think that's what happened there. Like they didn't do much with the after that. So it was like they were getting something over without having the main person that they went against to
Yeah.
beat them. So
Yeah. I mean, so the fact that there was not even an illusion of physicality tells us that he's still not cleared, and that there's no, I mean, we've been fans long enough. I mean,
yeah.
if you watch WWE, back in the Attitude Era, there was a time when Shawn Michaels was the commissioner, and he was a heel, and then he turned face again, he aligned with DX, and then it was in Worcester. Actually, it was the same taping that Mankind won the belt from The Rock,
Hmm.
where he went to the parking lot. DX then locked him outside, and we get a visual of Shawn having been thrown through a windshield, and he's bloody, and we don't see months and months and months. Shawn didn't work at the ring again for 2 years,
Right.
but he could still like give sweet chin music, do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So the fact that we're not seeing that with Big E tells us that either he's fully cleared and Triple H just doesn't want to tell us yet, like
Hmm.
that something is happening,
Yeah.
or he's not cleared at all,
Well,
and they don't even want
yeah.
to touch that.
But remember, with the build up with Daniel Bryan, right? Remember going into 34, where
Mhm.
obviously he gave up the belt after 32, I think. No, 31.
30.
30, yes, after 30, yeah. No, but I feel like he was no, I thought I don't know why I thought that he was a part of the IC title
Well,
for.
he won the IC title at 31, and then
And
everyone
yeah,
just
we
that
had to stop.
moment.
Yeah, so that's what it was. Got it. So he does that, but obviously, he takes over as SmackDown GM, and he's on Talking Smack, and one of the best moments in wrestling history came out of Talking Smack when, the that Miz promo, and it's just like, but you seen this slow build, and then it was like, oh, like, I've been cleared to be in this match. So like, that was that. But yeah, maybe that's what we get. Maybe that's what happens. And once again, we've seen it enough times where stuff like that happens. But if it doesn't happen at Mania, I would love for it to happen at SummerSlam. That'd be awesome. Just
I agree.
let him go out the way that he wants to go. So
Next match that was kind of simmering until a couple weeks ago was the WWE Women's Championship match. It's Charlotte Flair, the coming back winning the Royal Rumble again to take on Tiffany Stratton. It's Tiffy time.
mm,
I've told you before, I'm not completely sold on her. That's all gone after that promo went off the rails on SmackDown a couple weeks ago, when she said, "You're gonna end up like you are in your personal life, alone. What's that now? 0-3." Woo! Like that was fucking beautiful. She held like and Charlotte has a history of doing this in promos, leading up to big matches, where she'll just go off script,
mm,
try and screw with somebody, and for Tiffany to say basically "fuck you," I'm gonna go after you personally. I loved it. For me, my clock is now permanently set to Tiffy time.
yep,
Tiffany Stratton needs to win this match.
absolutely.
I really, 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 really hope Charlotte doesn't. What do you think's gonna happen?
So so first, welcome to the Tippy Time Nation.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, they need to get it right because they didn't get it right in WrestleMania 36 when she faced Rhea Ripley. They didn't get it right. You know,
Long term, I think they did though, because then when Rhea beat her
but
at
but
39, it meant more.
you and you, okay, obviously it's more than just you and me, but you and I saw it then. We saw it. We was like, that's
Yeah.
she's next. Like that's you got to put her in position.
I do wonder though, don't you wonder if that was at Raymond James Stadium, if the outcome of that match would have been different? I do think I truly think it would have been different. The fact that it was in a performance center,
Well, I
I
mean,
think
they still gave it to Drew. Drew won in an empty stadium. I'm just saying. I just felt like she
yeah, that's a good point.
They could have gave it to her that night. But yeah, maybe they wanted the moment to be bigger, which is fine because there was still some really great matches that year. They did a good job, all things considered. But no, yeah, I said it to say, but yeah, I thought. Cause I missed that promo live, so I saw the YouTube clip after, and I said, "Wow." I said, "Okay." I said, I didn't know if that was it. Once again, I thought that once again in the ring, I think she's really good. I love the prettiest moonsault ever finish. I love that because she does it clean every time. Like it's really good. But she clearly needed a push on the mic. And was it ever given? And hey, she got pushed to the edge. She delivered. So, I mean, to me, Charlotte was never really great on the mic, anyways. Charlotte delivered because of what she did in the ring, and now that's kind of getting exposed. So yeah, I hope that Tiffany finds a way to get it done uh on Sunday, and then hey, I mean on Saturday, and Kaiser, stay out of her DMs.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only person in the history of the internet that's ever been accused of cheating, and everyone knows it's not true.
Right.
I mean, everyone fucking knew it. But I thought that's the injection of of rawness that this feud needed,
Mhm.
and you just hope that Hunter does the right thing, because Charlotte doesn't need to beat Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton needs to beat Charlotte
Right,
clean.
right.
1, 2, 3.
But even, and this is another quick aside about Charlotte, 'cause I was there at 34. She didn't need Oscar's streak either. Fans was livid that she wanted, because and once again, this is one of your lines. Um, and because we agree, in 2018, or really her whole career, but especially in 2018, he was 2008 Cena. It was unbelievable. And I'm just like, you don't.
She was 2003 Triple H. Like, you just
Yeah,
couldn't beat her.
yeah. You know, it was insane. And I'm just like, bro, like, she does not need this at this time. She's already like, and at the time she was on the way to main event the next year. So I'm just like, what are we doing? Like it was a lot. It was a lot. So, but yeah, I hope that she gets humbled on Saturday.
Me too. All right, so the main event. Finally, that's a prelude, hopefully, to what happens tonight too. CM Punk is in the WrestleMania main event. It is CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner against our tribal chief, my tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and the visionary, the revolutionary, Seth Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins. This match should be the best triple threat match in the history of WrestleMania. And that is a big thing to say, and a high bar to surpass, when you had WrestleMania 20, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H in that triple threat match. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So now, what do you think's gonna happen
You're missing
in this match? And how has that added layer of the favor of CM Punk and Paul Heyman added to the story?
So before I get into that, I think, and this just only because of who he faced, I saw it as a main event. To me, 29 against Taker, to me, was a main event match.
I agree.
It's Taker, is Mania, so he's main event. I get it, it's a storyline.
Yep.
You face Taker at fucking WrestleMania, like that's a main event match. And he delivered that night.
He also delivered the year before against Jericho in
Yes.
Miami. Like that's a very underrated match.
That storyline was cool, but like him and Taker at 29.
The streak was the main event.
Right.
Always.
Yeah, always. So cool. So get that out the way. I It just the only thing that it just sucks that it wasn't Brock Lesnar in this match because you could have fought for the custody of Paul Heyman. It would have been amazing.
Paul Heyman on a pole match.
Yeah, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, you imagine? No, that'd have been crazy. But the favorite definitely has a layer. I've seen a lot of fans think that Seth is going to be the one that turns. Um, let me say, I've made no, I guess no, I haven't made this a secret. I think Seth Rollins is the best in the business right now. I do. He is my favorite guy. That's once again, love Roman, love others.
He's Sean.
But yeah, exactly right. It's just whatever he's a part of, he does not miss. And I do agree with some people that think that he's going to turn, and I think he walks out with Paul Heyman in his corner. And I think even though he doesn't need him, obviously, because he's amazing on the mic, all three of them are. But I would love to see a Seth turn, him becoming the new Paul Heyman guy. I took everything from you, Roman, again, and I took everything from you against CM Punk. It writes itself. Perfect.
I love it.
Perfect.
I absolutely love it. My only thing though is that I think Seth is going to join Cena and The Rock.
That's what I'm saying. Turn the heel, yeah. So yep.
But I don't think Paul's going to join that group.
Oh, got you. Oh, so you just say, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that. Whew. I mean, yeah, I forgot he did the 1-2. Yeah, so yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
So, but I think that this match has everything that you need, all the ingredients to be to be one of the best matches in WrestleMania history.
Mm-hmm.
It should steal the show on night one.
Mm-hmm.
For night two, we know the main event. So, I would suggest that the opening match of night two
What do you have going over though? You got Seth going over in night one? Because
I got Punk.
You got Punk. Okay. Yeah.
I have Paul actually joining CM Punk to cost Roman Reigns.
So like he did to Brock back in the day with Big Show. Got you. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That'll be pretty cool. We'll see.
So night two, Easter Sunday. So get all those celebrations out of the way early because 7 p.m. it's WrestleMania time. My wife knows. My family knows. Don't talk to me. Like these are it. This used to be just the day. Now it's the 2 days where like this is my Super Bowl. Always has been, always will be. I think the opening match of this night has to be the WWE Women's World Championship, right? The triple threat between Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. It has to be because we know the main event.
Mm-hmm.
So in our opinion, this should open because they deserve the main event.
Yeah, this would be an excellent triple threat as well, though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know.
It's just like that's going to be they're going to bring the house down. So yeah, I wonder. I think, like I said, people weren't really great or pleased with the buildup. But
they've done a great job with that, though. They've done a really good job.
So
playing into our insecurities and our criticism of it, saying how we didn't need Rhea Ripley or whatever. Io is to carry it, and on camera they've just been disparaging Io every single week. I fucking love it.
Yep.
Like that drop kick that she hit Rhea with, like the way that Rhea just snapped right into Bianca's chest, like that was awesome. They've done everything right so far in this feud, I think. And you and I both love every one of these competitors. Like these three are in our opinion, three of the best 4 women in the WWE right now.
Yep, totally agree. So I think that I actually think that Io should go over.
Me too. Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, she has to.
Yeah, it's, once again, she's had other moments, but she's given to Bayley. She's given it's time to give back to her. Like she's. Yeah. I said once again, I said a few moments ago with the LA Knight thing. Like there's certain times when you have to give back to the business. This is one of them. It was earn this moment. Let her have this moment at WrestleMania. She totally deserves to go over and hold.
That's who we want to go over. Who do you think is going to go over? I think it's going to be Bianca.
I'm on my own. Yeah, I'm on my own. Right. Yeah, against the wall. Yeah. What? Like once again, as much as I love Bianca, she's had some 08 Cena moments too.
Oh yeah.
And but once again, she delivers. Like people don't understand that. Like the reason why these people get the belt, it's not because of it's like because there's certain favorites, whatever. It's like no, like when you're in how you are on the mic, how you are in the ring, and then are you dependable? Charlotte, as much as people can't stand her, was excellent in the ring. It was dependable. Sasha was here was dependent. Like you like you got to
Well,
put
Sasha never defended her title
no,
successfully.
no, I know, but it's just like Becky when she had her run, like you put it on people that you know are going to deliver in the ring and that people want to see because it's an attraction business. Who can draw? And Bianca draws, Charlotte draws, Rhea draws. Like like you got to be in that mode. And every, Bailey when she actually barely draw she draws. So it's like you have to give credit where it's due. Like I said, EO deserves the moment, but like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Bianca goes over.
Same. Next match, this is the one like gimmick match in the entire event. The Sin City Street Fight, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, not getting a ton of fanfare. Drew McIntyre, I love him.
Yeah.
I just do. He makes everything better. Damian Priest is so much better in the ring than he used to be, but he's not good on the mic. He just isn't.
Well,
And it in my opinion, and that shows true when he's up against someone the caliber of Drew McIntyre, who's great at everything he does. And this match could be awesome, but I want Drew to win.
yeah, no, it's really amazing to see what's happened from Clash of the Castle to now for Drew McIntyre. Once again, that crowd was on fire for him to win. It was about to riot because he didn't win, like literally. So his build from then, we talked about it going into last year. The promo he cut on CM Punk when he got hurt. I'm not a spiritual fella, but I want you to know I prayed for this, and it happened. What? Like he has been on a generational run, and once again, that term gets used super loosely in this era, but he that it applies to him perfectly. He definitely is on a generational run, and he absolutely should go over. Absolutely, absolutely, without.
Good. We agree. Intercontinental Championship 4-way. Dominic Mysterio versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Braun Breaker may have the greatest spear in the history of professional wrestling. R.I.P. Carlito. That was unbelievable. Again, for everyone that's out there that's complaining about this card, how it just doesn't feel like WrestleMania, I dare you to show me one match that you don't think can deliver.
But
You can't. And this one has a chance, again, I've said it so far, to steal the show. So I think Braun Breaker is going to win.
mhm.
I would be very much okay with Dominic Mysterio winning this match.
But so once again, that's so I'm there too. And listen, Braun Breaker, he's starting to get to a point where he's going to be someone that doesn't need a title to get over. And,
Yeah, he's so over.
right.
And I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy.
So that's the biggest testament to where he's getting to in his career. However, once again, Dom has given a lot, but he's also grown in a lot since Cash at the Castle in 2022. He's grown. The work he did with Judgment Day was awesome. The work that, once again, to double turn, to do a double heel turn at some point like that was amazing. And he's grown so much. Once again, give back to the business. He's earned this once again. He's earned the moment to be in the match, obviously. But yeah, why not? Because once again, there's no one that creates more heat than him when he gets onto the ring. So why not put him in that position where he gets it and just continues to get to be the guy that fans can't stand. They'll appreciate him down the line, but yeah, he's done awesome work. And where he's coming from WrestleMania 39, against Ray to now, like light years ahead. So
By the way, that was a great match too.
yes, it was. And once again, he's gotten a lot cleaner in the ring. I think that
Don't you think that Dom might be one of the only people in recent memory that I don't think the fans want to see him as a face. I don't think they'd cheer him.
Well, no,
He's
I
so over as a heel.
and which I would like to know why he can never get over as a face, because I don't know whether it's like it's the mustache or it's like the mullet. I don't know, but it's just like from like day one. I mean,
Well, he's not a
John,
he's not. He looks like a sleazy little
yeah,
schemer. Number one,
yeah,
and he's not like his stature. He's not big. Like, he's not bulky. He can't- he just works as a heel.
yeah,
Like there was a Ricky Steamboat was a guy that was never a heel. Dominic Mysterio may be go down at the end of his career as a guy that should have never been a face and should have only been a heel
yeah.
because he's so good
I
at it.
think that I mean it only worked as a face for a moment because he was paired with his dad. So people wanted to see the father and son win the tag team titles. They did. They had a great match with the Usos when the Usos, went over on them a few years back. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're definitely in an era where fans definitely still cheer heels. So he has a following, and I know because I peeped. What was that at SummerSlam when that stuff happened with Liv? Literally, the guy behind me was like, "You lucky bastard." And I was
Not
like,
wrong.
"Hey, you're not wrong, man." So,
Not
um,
wrong.
yeah. So, like I said, I would love to see that. But like I said, yeah, Brock Breaker, who also was a future main eventer, whether it's next year or 43, who knows? But his time is coming. So, where my dog's at. So,
Agree. I guess what could be considered as a throwaway match of this of night two, which I don't agree with because I just think Liv deserves every bit of our attention.
oh,
Women's Tag Team Championship: Liv and Raquel versus Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, the Women's Intercontinental Champion.
oh.
I like Lyra. I like Bailey. Bailey deserves better than this. So I think Liv and Raquel should win this clean, by the way. And I think that's going to make Bailey turn heel again, which she might need.
I mean, she was great as a face. It wasn't like I didn't think that she got stale. I mean, she felt that she got stale as the hugger character, but I'm like, she gets cheered regardless though. It doesn't really matter what.
Yeah, but she's too good on the mic. Like she really is, and they don't let her cook on the mic as a face. They
Yeah,
just
that's
never
true.
have. So like let her do it.
Life sucks, then you die.
And I just love when she would call the
I
people
was like,
idiots.
wow, that's a Bailey. BBL Bailey, hold on, baby. Can't be that ruthless, but yeah, no,
Say that.
so good.
Can't say that.
Um, yeah, it's just like that's I don't know. I think that oh, quick aside, because you just brought it, I forgot about this match until you said it, but it's pretty wild that two new titles were created and they're not being defended at
Made
WrestleMania.
and right. I agree. Bad.
Insane.
And they have a 3 hour and they have 2 3 hour pre-shows, and neither of them are listed on the pre-show
Once
either.
again, that's insane. Once again, Chelsea Green's match against me. Well, sorry, Michin. Say me and Michin. That was an awesome match this Saturday main event for her to win the.
Yep.
How it was packaged, and I mean, once again, I wish that Samantha was there for that moment because that'd have been so awesome. Like, and
Sure
you're
you do.
now champion Chelsea. You're like that would have added so much more. So, and we called it last year when we said about. I think we talked about her winning Money in the Bank or be like Chelsea
That bump
Green.
she took.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I'm like, it's like hello, which I think that moment helped her win. That it was like, you know what, you're over right now, or you're over with the fans. Like, let's put the strap on you. But it's like eventually, I'm looking for Piper Niven to turn on her, and they get some type of storyline at some point. But I think it might make sense for Chelsea to turn on Piper because I feel like we've seen
Yeah.
the other way around. So I think Chelsea turn on Piper, and then they have a match down the line and so on and so forth. But I just had to make that a quick aside. It's wild that you have two mid card titles that once again, how do you get them over? Same thing with the tag team titles. Like, how do you get this stuff over and you're not showcased it the way it needs to be showcased? So Hunter, that's kind of a blind spot for you right now, but you got to figure it out, bro.
So what you just did articulate, like, it really just highlights this match, because when talking about this match at WrestleMania, you wanted to talk about all the other things about how they're not being showcased at WrestleMania. So you do view this as a throwaway as well.
Yeah, because it's a tag team match. Like once again, we know Liv is a good performer. I found out about Raquel Rodriguez through the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, so I know Raquel can be a good tag team partner because I've seen her. That's how I first saw her. So great, that's awesome. To me, is what now we've seen her do from day one against Ronda Rousey a few years back to the work she did with Rhea. Like she's a single star. Like she doesn't need to be a tag team anymore. And once again, Bailey, like no way, bro. Like there's no way that Bailey should be a part of a tag team unless it's with Sasha. So like that's insane. Once again, Lyra Carrier, like once again, was really good at NXT. You know, they put they made her the first women's Intercontinental champion, so that'd be good for trivia at some point. But you haven't done anything with her since then. Like, and I thought it was a mistake that it was on Raw, and I get it, yes, because it was like on Netflix, and you had to have something there. She should have been packaged the same way as y'all did it for Chelsea Green. It should have been on Saturday Night Main Event with
I mean, at least
with everyone watching.
but at least Lyra's actually on the card at WrestleMania.
Correct. And once again, I don't know how they missed that moment. I really don't. It's unbelievable to me.
So be on the lookout for Chelsea Green to hijack either one or both nights.
I mean, why not? Why not?
Right.
Why not? Why not? Like,
We got one more match before the minute.
Mm.
AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
Oh,
I mean,
I listen.
This should be something.
People got to get over Logan Paul not being an original wrestling guy. I'm gonna steal your line again. I've been doing that a lot tonight. I'm becoming I'm becoming a line stealer right now. But this is the thing. I want y'all to listen to this, whether you listen to it on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. Tell me a bad match that Logan Paul has had since he joined WWE. And
his first match is the tag match that he had with The Miz at WrestleMania, and that was still great.
We get to talk about against Bunny and Priest, right? But even then, there were certain spots that happened. You were like, oh, like he got it. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't think it was Bunny.
Logan Paul and Miz against, it wasn't against Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. And at 37? Yeah, at 37.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 37. Either way, that's what the match was against. But either way, then you think about the match. He ended up getting hurt that match, but the match he had against Roman at Crown Jewel, he delivers. They had him open SummerSlam in Detroit against Ricochet, and they that was an excellent match. Once again, say what you say about what Ricochet was on the mic, but that was a great match to open the show, and he knows how to get under people's skin. That's a natural heel. He's a natural heel because he's good looking. He's got the nice build. Like that makes him already someone that people can't stand. I love his podcast as well too. I think they do a great job over there. So yeah, I just listen, and you know how I feel about AJ Styles too. Like AJ Styles is one of the best as well. Once again, AJ's established though. So it's like
I'm pissed that we never got an AJ versus Shawn match. Like that'll always piss me off because that would have been incredible.
Well, but he was on Velocity back in the day. For those that remember the old WWE content, he was on Velocity.
Sure was.
But just never fruition. That it's wild because I'm like, it went from that to Vincent and bring him over in 2016. But I'm like, bro, like he could have been a main event guy here for years.
So it's worth noting, I'm not just doing this to correct you, but I just want to make sure that everyone can always come to us for their wrestling news, opinions, and factual information. Logan Paul's first WrestleMania match was with The Miz against the Mysterios at WrestleMania 38. He did punch Kevin Owens, I think he punched Sami Zayn and took the center from Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 37.
Gotcha. Okay. Got it. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I don't know where that he did some tag team match with him. I just didn't remember what year it was, but okay. But good to know. So, but either way, regardless if it's a segment, a match,
He's always great
Logan Paul delivers.
every
And
time.
once again, that's not an opinion, that's a fact. And he had a good match against Seth Rollins at 39. Like he delivered. Like the dude picked up the business real quick, real quick. Um, shades of Kurt Angle. Like, dude, he gets it. And but yeah, once again, AJ Styles is established. You don't need to go over in this moment. Logan Paul
I agree.
win for sure.
All right. Excuse me. I'm all choked up. It's main event time. The undisputed WWE Championship match. The champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, taking on what many consider in this new era as the greatest of all time, John Cena, the heel John Cena. This match should be absolute cinema. This should be. I expect you and us to see The Rock make his way to the ring at some point in time during this match. I expect to hear the glass break.
Yep.
And Stone Cold Steve Austin to make his way to the ring in this match. But most importantly, I expect and demand that John Cena beats Cody Rhodes to become the 17-time WWE champion.
Yep.
Ray, what do you think about that?
That should be the only suggested outcome. And once again, if you heard our shows, there's not been a bigger Cody supporter than the man that you're listening to right now. But for the story, it makes sense for Cena to win there. He told you he was best for business. He told you that his time was not later, that is right now. And he's delivering on that promise. I would love to see him go out that way. I hope that he's able to get one more feud with Orton. I hope he's able to get one more feud with Punk. It'd be very fitting for Punk to be in Money in the Bank. That'd be amazing. Like that would be great. And it'd be fitting to see Orton at SummerSlam. Like it'd be awesome for that to go out that way. And there's a part of me that hope that he has a Mark Henry type swerve, and he gets the belt, and he goes through this year. And we're at the PLE in December, and
In Boston.
And Boston, and he says, "My time is still now. I'm not going anywhere. I'm the last real champ, and I told y'all I'm staying here." And I'm gonna go as long as I want to go. So I would love for that to be a swerve to the story, and him do that. I think that'd be phenomenal. Because go as long as you're able to go, brother. Why not? So
I hope that you're right, but I think he's a man of his word. I don't think he's gonna wrestle after 2025.
Yeah.
So, but heel Cena has been fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done such a good job that during his promos, they went from booing him to saying, he might be right.
Yeah.
That's how good he is at this. And like, we've been wanting this for 20 years. We never thought it would happen. And we damn sure didn't think it was going to happen during his farewell tour, while he's still walking out with the city that he's in merch, saying this is, the last time is now.
Love it.
And he's just like, he's on another level. I do think that the added here's my outcome.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Cody's going to win. The Rock's music hits.
Yep.
They do something right. Turns it into like a no disqualification. Great. They look like they're going to beat Cody. Austin's music hits. The whole place goes fucking nuts. Get Austin Rock, all that crap. And then Seth stomps Cody and aligns himself with Cena, The Rock, and that takes us into the rest of this year.
Oof.
The man that gave Cody the belt last year by sacrificing himself for Roman is the guy that takes it away from him a year later. That's cinema.
Cinema. Cinema, like that would be. And once again, the promo writes itself, and because I can see Seth coming back the next night and saying, once again, we are still what's best for business. Whoa. And that drops the mic. That would be phenomenal. It almost sounds too good to be true, but that would be an amazing way to end it. that's the case. That'd be beautiful. My thing is, I don't see the schedule for the night after, like the Mania after. The Raw after Mania. So to me, that lets me believe that he's going to win. Which maybe that's what the story is too. Who knows? But to me, he wouldn't be advertised, in my opinion, if he's not going out on top in his last WrestleMania. And then once again, I just hope that aligns with, like I said, him fighting with Punk, fighting with Orton one more time. Like that to me is crazy. Oh, we didn't talk about Randy unless you're about to bring up Randy now, but
Yeah. So I was going to talk about. I told you at the top of the show we're going to talk about the worst cards and the worst matches. We don't have time for that. We are on the beginning of a day night doubleheader here at MTP.
right.
So Ray and I are pulling double duty, so we have time constraints. But Randy Orton's on the card.
Mm.
Will Randy Orton be added to this card at any point in time? Do you think?
I think it's kind of similar to. I mean, well, it's different because it wasn't the same storyline. It ended up being Cody Rhodes, but remember at 38,
Seth and
like,
Cody.
I had to figure out who his opponent was going to be. It was like, how am I on the card? So I mean, it'd be great if Nick Aldis came out of retirement. For that, I like the promos that they've done recently, because they've definitely been hinting at it that it was going to be, it could be him. My thing is, I don't know who else you would bring out to face him in that moment, right?
Either.
Like I'm trying to think of someone from the past. Like I don't know, like, or who's been out for a while that could come back. Like I have no idea. So I think the obvious choice may be Nick Aldis. To me, that Mickey James line was out of line, but that's classic Randy. That's
That's Randy.
and I think that if I'm them, I think that, hey, we have something here, so why not? Why not? Get him out of retirement, get him out that suit, see what he can do.
I agree. Well, Ray, WrestleMania season. There's nothing more that I love doing than talking to you about one of the big PLEs. Again, it's the fifth time that we've had the opportunity to talk about WrestleMania here at Kayfabe Critics. For all of those out there, all of you out there, thank you for listening. Enjoy WrestleMania weekend. I think it's going to be one that you may think is underrated going in, and when the dust settles on this, it has the potential to be one of the best WrestleManias of all time. Right. So, for Hollywood, Rayshawn Buchanan, I am Michael Marcangelo saying thank you so much for listening to Kayfabe Critics, presented by MTP, now a part of the Radcast Network. And we will talk to you